So you can't worry about these people taking your life. We can't be cowards. You know, military, law enforcement, we the people together seize. Yes, I would recommend seizing the money printing presses. And until you do, we're not going to fix anything. Things are going to keep going downhill. But at least I'm standing out there and I'm telling you what it's going to take and say, look, it may take the return of Jesus. We may not succeed, okay, at doing this. But one way or another, it's going to get done and it's going to be dramatic. And the longer we wait, the more traumatic, the more dramatic the whole thing is going to play out, okay? But it's going to change. There's going to be this dramatic sea change of biblical proportions, a monumental sea change. And our whole reality is going to be turned on its head. The entire reality of civilization is going to be reset. So you have to be in favor for that, because that's a good thing to the downtrodden, to the dispossessed by the system, to the misfits that can't stand this monetary-based reality that we're all forced to live under. Okay, that's good news for you. But for those other people that are die-hard establishmentarians that are, you know, bought into the system, they'll tell you that's foolishness. They'll tell you, oh, that's a pipe dream. You know, this idealist, don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. People are too greedy. They're too easily corrupted. There could never be this paradise. Well, you're not going to be there. They're not going to be there. And if you believe like them, you're not going to be there. You're not going to be found worthy. You're not going to be found deserving to inherit that kind of a system, that kind of a society of universal freedom and security and prosperity. But for those that have worked toward it, they're going to be worthy to inherit it. So this is why, even though it seems like I'm fighting a losing battle and others like me out there, you know, harping on, you know, ending poverty, as this is the way out of all our problems. Understand that it's been manufactured. Understand that poverty is the effect of the policies that these people, you know, and what kind of policies? Unsound policies. So of course you got all these problems. Unemployment, how stupid is that? Let's have a realistic work week. Let's make sure that everybody's working. It doesn't matter, 10 hours a week. So what am I saying? Go find something to do with your time. You love your job too so much, you don't know what you do without spending 40, 50, 80, 100 hours a week at your job. What would you do with yourself? That's your problem. That's your problem. But if you're not needed, and this guy needs work, and he wants to be prosperous and secure and free too, look, let's share the pain. How stupid is that to call a lack of work pain? That's stupid. You know, then volunteers out there, you know, oh, look at the scab building the house with Habitat for Humanity. Dude, I'm a carpenter, I'm a plumber, I'm an electrician, I'm in the building industry, I'm a contractor. You scab, how dare you take away my job and you work for nothing. I hate you. You're nothing. You see how we're psyched out? You see what's wrong here? You see how pathetic things are? See it. See what these people have done to us, individually and collectively. They've imposed misery on us because they're miserable. This is all they have to offer us. We've got to break free. We must have sound currency. We must seize the money printing presses, military, law enforcement. We the people of America, let's do it for the rest of the world. Even if we think America's hopeless now, we're sold out. Like my friend from Palestine told me, his cousin said, you know, it's like you're all living in motels in America. These people don't understand. What is this? What have they done to their country? These people are idiots. These Christians, this is what a Christian is. They sold out to the money master, to their usury, to enslavement, monetary enslavement, to these mortgages, to buying these houses, and everybody's renting and living in motels, and it keeps on happening and happening. I can point to proof, evidence. This is how they're stealing the wealth of our nation. There's fewer and fewer homeowners in America. This has been going on for years now. And the whole banking takeover allowed this stuff. It legitimized all these foreclosures that would have been people being forgiven for these debts, okay, and being able to maintain home ownership. Because they would have said, no, these markets were manipulated. Any of you people that manipulated markets and you jacked up these appraisals and all this, and you were fixing prices, and you were colluding with all these different people benefiting from this market manipulation, no, the whole thing is gone. Done. You were the first one, to lie and cheat, and you're losing. It goes to this homeowner, even though they lied about their income. You're the guy that made they lied about their income on the fine print because you created the fine print. This is your magic. This is your black magic. This is your sorcery. This is your trickery. This is the way you deceived them, and so we're taking those houses back. Okay, you don't own them anymore. That's what should have happened in this country. Then you would have seen home ownership on the rise. Then you would have seen, instead of your currency being debased, you would have seen it increase in value day by day. This is what setting the captives free is all about, okay? Your money, your currency being worth more. To what end? To what end? Am I a proponent of capitalism, to free market supply and demand principles? To an end where we've all got so much stupid little trinkets of coins and currency, whatever form that money might take, and we say, I have no use for this stuff, okay? I am safe and secure. I am free. I am prosperous. There are plenty of sailboats out there. There are plenty of nice cars out there. There are plenty of nice houses all over the world out there. There is plenty of everything. Plenty of watches, plenty of trinkets of every sort, plenty of electronics, plenty of everything. I live in a world of prosperity. What use does money have when you have universal prosperity? You see what a stupid, silly game it is? And you see that people continue to do things selflessly to serve one another because they have an instinct, and your conscience is tied into that instinct. Do you see how the system can't break down if people continue to do that? Okay, I'm nobody's conscience. It's not up to me to determine, hey, if a man doesn't work, he shouldn't eat. Okay, that's up to him. He's not going to feel like eating. He's not even going to have an appetite unless he does something. He feels useful. He feels appreciated and needed. He feels relevant. That's what we all want. That's what we all want. And that means serving one another. So the idea that we need money and it's all part of, this reward and system and, this is how it works and the people that serve and do good. No, it's all a bunch of bull. So your whole reality might be based on fraud. That's it. Your whole mindset is likely corrupted and adulterated intentionally by these people because their mindset is adulterated and corrupted. They're perverts. They are liars, cheaters, thieves, and murderers. That's who they are. Do you want to go to the same place these people are going to? These are hypocrites, okay? That's bad. A hypocrite is a bad thing. It's saying, you know what? This is good for me, but not good for you. This is good for you, but it's not good for me. When it's all just fraud, it's all a lie. It's like Al Gore getting out there and saying what a big proponent he is for cutting our carbon footprint and how we should all do our share and cut back and live this frugal, energy efficient life, but while he is driving, he's the exemplification of a what do they call him? Just a carbon glutton, and running his jet planes all the time and cooling his several mansions. I mean, you see, the whole thing is fraudulent. Our whole reality is just twisted and manipulated so much that it's a miracle that any of us know up from down anymore. It really is. It's a miracle that we're all not stark raving mad. To me, it's evidence of the grace and mercy of God, because without it, I wouldn't get by one single day. Folks, and lastly, I'm going to wrap up this video now, but there's a couple of really important things to remember, and that would be the 2 commandments that Jesus gave. He said these supersede. If you could follow these 2 commandments, then all the other 10 commandments would fall into place. And if we love and honor God above all else, everything, understanding that this is the only one that we owe any homage to, that we owe any honor and glory to, it's the Creator God Almighty who gave us our lives. He gave us every breath we breathe. He provided the food that we eat. He provided the water we drink. He provided the brain in our head so that we could go out and build our houses. He gave us the wherewithal to build our everything we have. Every stitch of technology out there is because it was a gift from Him, because He gave us a brain to think with. That's the wherewithal. Okay? So, it makes sense to glorify God above all else. That's why you love God above all else, because everything good that you enjoy, all those good things, your family, your friends, everything that you value, just remember the source. And that is why it's the rightful relationship to have. So it's about relationship, to glorify God, honor God, and love God above all else, and prove it day by day with your thoughts, with your words, with your deeds, with the things you treasure up in your heart and your soul, your spirit, your mind, and your body. Okay? And he said that the next commandment, just these two commandments, will fulfill us. They will fulfill the law and the prophets. And this will bring us happiness, because our Creator God is the one that doles out true happiness. It's only through Him that any of us get any true happiness. And so the second one is this, to love one another. And He meant us to live by the golden rule. Because if you truly love one another, you will care about one another. You will treat others the way you want to be treated, and you will not treat others in a manner you do not wish to be treated. It's really very simple. So at the end of the day, folks, if you understand those two things, you're on the right track. And persevere, because there's going to be times you're going to feel so beaten down, just like I do. I just feel like, you know what? I feel like surrendering. I feel like saying, I just want to jump ship.